Akeem trying to mimic how the youngsters are walking, how they're dressing, how they're speaking. I was just like, no. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Janet, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite childhood movie, and that is Coming to America. The first one was released in 1988, and I recently found out that there's a sequel for this movie which was first aired on the 4th of March this year. So I was really excited. Like, I really loved the first one. I cannot tell you how many times I watched the first Coming to America, so I was eager to get my hands on this movie to watch it, and I finally did. But I had to watch this movie twice. The first time I watched it, I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand the story, so I had to sit down and watch the movie again to understand the story behind the movie, Coming to America, the sequel. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things I liked about the movie and some things which I didn't like about the movie. So in the sequel, we have Prince Akeem and also Princess Lisa. Now they are married. They have 3 beautiful daughters, but he doesn't have a son. So as a king, it's expected that he has a son who is going to take over from him when he has joined his ancestors. Now we have this village seer who they called Baba in the movie, who just saw somehow that he has a bastard son in the US, and he told Akeem that, hey, you have a son in Queens. And Prince Akeem decides to go to Queens to go find the son, his missing son that he never knew he had, so he can bring him back to Zamunda and he can take his rightful place as the heir to the throne of Zamunda. So this is the story. I'm going to start with what I liked about this movie. I really enjoyed seeing everyone back on stage. It felt more like a reunion, and I was really happy to see all the cast members from the first movie, Prince Akeem, Semi, and also Princess Lisa, the king, Mr. McDowell, the preacher from the church. It was really nice to see even the guys at the barber shop. I had this heartwarming feeling, seeing all of them again. They've aged. It's been 33 years, so I really loved seeing all of them on screen. It was like a reunion for me, and I was really excited to see all the actors. We also had some new faces in the movie. Wesley Snipes, we have Leslie Jones, the Prince, Princess Mika. These new actors did a great job portraying their roles, and I love to see everyone on the screen. It was such a happy feeling. I got that happy feeling seeing everyone, so I was really excited. The other thing I loved about this movie is seeing the beautiful royal African attire and also costume. They spent a lot of money on costumes in this movie, and it was rich, it was vibrant, colorful. I really loved seeing the outfit. They spent a lot of money and put in a lot of effort bringing out the roles from the costume perspective. And when I saw that, I was like, who is this person that designed all these costumes? I was really curious to find out, and I had to check this lady on Instagram, and I realized that she was the one that designed the costumes for Black Panther. And I saw that, I was really excited. I was really happy, wow, she did a really great job putting all of this outfits together to make Coming to America beautiful and colorful and vibrant and very cultural. So I loved seeing that. The costumes, they look really beautiful. The guys handsome, the ladies beautiful, and they were so royal and looking. I loved it. I loved the outfit, loved the costumes, everything about what they were wearing. I loved it in the movie. The third thing I liked about this movie is Prince Akeem's beautiful daughters. beautiful princesses. And I also loved the way this movie addressed the place of women in our society, the roles that women can and cannot play in the society. You know, when Princess Mika found out that she couldn't rule as queen in Zamunda, she was really disappointed. I was also disappointed because she grew up alongside with her sisters by her father. He was training them, like they grew up so brave, and she had the vision, or she thought that maybe when her father finally joins his ancestors, she can rule as a queen in the kingdom. But based on the culture of Zamunda, women are not allowed to have such high position in the society. So she was really disappointed. Even when Prince Lavelle went back to Queens and Prince Akeem had to run after him to go fetch him and to come back to Zamunda, it was Princess Mika that was defending the kingdom against General Easy. So General Easy came and Princess Mika was the one there. She was brave enough to defend Zamunda. So she deserved to be the leader of the kingdom, not Prince Lavelle. I liked how in the end she got what she deserved, because her father later changed the traditions, and he said that whenever he joins his ancestors, that Princess Mika is going to rule over Zamunda as the queen. So she got what she deserved at the end. So I liked how they addressed that in the movie, because this is what is happening in real life. Like two people who are going after the same role, they would rather give maybe the role to a man because he's a man and not a woman, even if the woman is more qualified to take that position and not the man. So I really like that about the movie. I like that they put that in there and they also addressed it. The last thing I liked about this movie was seeing my fellow Nigerian Davido in that movie. Like, who would have thought that 33 years later there will be a second movie and we would have a Nigerian artist in the movie. Like, I didn't expect that. So I was really excited to see Davido performing in the movie. I enjoyed the last 14 to 15 minutes of the movie where they had all the performances, like they were dancing, and it was all good, and I felt really happy seeing everyone. I really liked how they wrapped the movie up in the end. You know, it was really heartwarming to watch everything, the performance, the dances. I really enjoyed that in the movie. Moving on to some of the things I didn't like about this movie. So the first one is I felt like there was some sense of forced humor in the movie, especially with Leslie Jones' character. Like, I couldn't find her funny. Like, she was trying to be funny, but to me, honestly, it wasn't funny. There were some jokes, you know, she was making some jokes with the prince when they first arrived, but it was just kind of dry to me. Maybe it's just me, but there was this sense of forced humor that I just couldn't reconcile in the movie, and I couldn't connect to it. It wasn't funny at all. They tried to make some of the parts funny, but it wasn't really funny. And with General Easy, I don't even know what to say about his role. Like, I really love Wesley Snipes, but his role in this movie was weird. Like, I was cringing anytime he was coming. You know, whenever he was coming in to see Prince Akeem, they would make this entrance about him, like this choreographed entrance about him. Like, it was just too much. Like, it was too much and unnecessary. Like, it made me cringe. Like, anytime he was coming in, I was like, oh, they're going to do that cringy thing they do again whenever this man comes in. I understand his role in the movie, but there were some things that were just forced. Like, they seemed forced and unnecessary, and I didn't really enjoy those parts. Like, I couldn't connect to the movie in that aspect. So Leslie Jones' character was a bit forced, like forced humor. I felt a bit of forced humor. And with Wesley Snipes, his entrance was just cringy to me. I didn't enjoy it about the movie. Another thing is that they tried to make the movie like so modern, though it had like this traditional cultural African story to it. They tried to make it modern, almost like they are trying to attract a new audience to the movie. Like, they are trying to attract a new generation, like the people born in the 2000s, and they were saying things like on fleek and woke, and it was just cringy to me. Like, I don't know how that worked out for them, like for others, but for me it was cringy to watch. Like seeing Prince Akeem trying to mimic how the youngsters are walking, how they're dressing, how they're speaking. I was just like, no. With this movie is that even though it's called Coming to America, I felt like the scenes in Queens were just like 10% of the movie. About 80 to 85% of the movie was like everything happened in Zamunda. So the only part that happened in Queens was when Prince Akeem went to go and fetch his son, and the son came back, then he ran off, and Prince Akeem went after him again, and he brought him back to Zamunda. But majority of the scenes happened in Zamunda, so it was not really coming to America. Like it was just like life in Zamunda. One of the main reasons why I struggled to watch this movie is because I felt like the script and the direction of this movie was a bit weird. Like for the most part, I couldn't focus to watch the movie and really connect with the characters. And I would say like maybe I enjoy like a little bit of the movie, but when you compare it to the first one, which I know is not comparable, I feel like this second one is nowhere close to the first one. You know, it's nowhere close to it. Like the first one is just a classic, and this one is just like a bunch of movie scenes thrown into one pot just to make the final sequel. This is what they say about sequels, right? They are never as good as the first one, and they usually don't match up to the storyline of the first movie. So I felt it was also the same for Coming to America too. It was fun to watch. It was fun to see everyone, the costumes. I was laughing in some scenes. So in general, it was a heartwarming reunion for me. So I don't know what you guys think about this. Like, have you watched the movie? And what are your thoughts about it? Did you enjoy it? And what would you rate Coming to America, the sequel? I would like to hear from you also. Don't forget to comment below in the comment section and share with me what your thoughts are or your views are about Coming to America, the sequel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. The first one, like jeez.